Hi everyone, welcome back. So here is part 2. This is the unveiling of this project. So basically in the last video I made some inlays out of silicone and I popped them into a layer of resin, and now we are going to take them out and see what the result is. We're going to also add other resin and glitters. And as you can see, they're coming out really well, really nicely, and the impressions that they've made are really detailed. I did, however, have a little bit of I don't know, this hand here was proving difficult to get out, and I did end up leaving a tiny piece of the silicone in there. As you can see, I did my best to try and pick it out with tweezers, pins, etc. I got most of it out, but as you will see in the final result, there is a tiny bit left in there. Never mind, this is just a practice, you know. So here you'll see me taking all the silicone inlays out, and these inlays I can actually use again. They all came out really well, apart from the hand, but there was a tiny bit missing. And I think I can reuse that as well anyway, because you wouldn't notice it. Even the tiny little bats came out. There was one here that, was it this one here? There was one bat that was actually covered entirely, and I did manage to prize that out without any problems. But look at that. Look at the detail it's left. Can't wait to fill these with resin just to see how they turned out. Add some glitters. Now, as I'm fairly new to resin, well, silicone, I've used resin quite a lot actually in my art, but silicone I'm quite new to, and these projects I'm quite new to. So, you know, this is just a practice run for me. And look at that, look. It's come out really well actually. I'm really pleased with that. And as for the inlays, these can be used again and again and again. Well, that's if I don't ruin them in the process, but hopefully, you know, they'll last a little while. The next thing we're going to do is mix up our resin. Now, I will put gloves on and I will put a respirator on as well. So always use your respirator, always wear gloves when you're handling resin, because the fumes, even though you can't smell it, the majority of the time, they are still toxic. Next, we are going to be mixing up some resin, and it's 1-to-1 resin. I'm using Let's resin. 1-to-1, and mixed it up, and I've divided it into 3 pots. But before I do that, I'm going to apply some of this. It's like a chameleon powder, but this is the flakes. Now, I think what I need with this beforehand is some sort of glue or something to make it stick onto the resin itself, because it's not quite, doesn't quite work out well. Because as you can see, look, it's flakes. It's not mica powder or anything. And it doesn't want to stick to this resin here. Now, it might be a little bit different if I was to put it before it's fully cured. Whether or not I can take the inlays out before it's fully cured, I don't know. Whether that would mess with the outcome or not, or ruin the design. But as you can see, I'm struggling quite a bit here with the foiling stuff. I'm pretty sure I need some sort of glue. If anyone knows, please pop it in the comments down below, because every bit of help is helpful to me. So I'm using the green, and I think I go in now with some, yeah, here we go. We've got mica powder here, and this is really what I should have done in the very first place. Yeah, because that will stick nicely to the inlay, the indent. So this is like a reddy, it's like a red colour. It gives off a red tint. And I'm applying it to this one here. Now I've changed my mind again. And what am I going with now? Oh, I've gone over. Oh, as you can see, I filled some more in with the green on that top left-hand side, just to see if it would work. But anyway, this is now purpley flakes. And this seems to be going in a lot better, as you can see. What it's going to look like on the final outcome, I do not know. This is red mica powder as well. This has got an iridescent like glow to it. And I quite like this one. And I do think I should have put a bit more in. I'm going in with a different colour now. And this is interference red, which I quite like. Wiping away now with a baby wipe any excess, because I don't actually want it to go around the edges of the designs. And then obviously my resin is all mixed up and ready to go. and I forgot to film. I forgot to film. So as you can see, I've got gloves on, and if you see in the reflection, I've also got a respirator on. So I've put some green glitter into that one. I've put some purple and some black glitter into the middle one. And the next one I'm going to use orange glitter with orange pigment. And I will actually put a little bit of black glitter in there. It's like a coloured black glitter. So you've got sparkly, you've got various other colours in there. So yes, so here we go with some of this. This is from Let's Resin as well. And as I pour it in, I'm not sure the pigment, whether or not I need a lot more pigment in there to make it go a true orange. I don't know. Because as you'll see when they finally come out, they are slightly see-through. So they're sort of transparent, not opaque. I don't know. Maybe I needed more. But whether or not that would affect the curing, I don't know. It's all a learning process for me. Anyway, so I'm mixing up this glitter and the coloured pigment into the resin, and I'm going to pour it into the final one. I'm hoping that the mica powder there will stay where it is and give off some sort of, I don't know, special effect. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm quite enjoying these projects, to be honest with you. They are quite relaxing, and I just get on with it, put a little bit of music on in the background, and away I go. And I'm just having a play, really, and filming the process when I don't forget to film, that is. Right, so what's next? Yeah, leave it now, and I'm going to cover it up and let it cure overnight. I don't know about you lot, but I am so impatient. I'm so impatient. I can never wait. Never wait, you know. Tomorrow won't come quick enough, put it that way. Anyway, so air bubbles, I'm going to pop with a little bit of alcohol isopro, I can't even pronounce it right, but alcohol, okay. Give it a little squirt to get rid of those top air bubbles there. It doesn't actually get rid of all of them, so I'm going to go in a minute with a little sharp object and try and pop some of those bubbles. But to be honest with you, this is, like I said, a practice, so I'm not overly fussed if it's, you know, got a couple of bubbles in it. We'll let it cure overnight now. I will cover it. I find I think I've got I use a box. Yeah, that's right, I use a box. You can just pop a box over the top of it. I laid a box flat on top of it, but the resin actually hasn't seeped over the edges, so I'm fine. It's not going to stick to the box. I've done that before. So next morning, take the box off, and here we go. You can see my face in the reflection. So I'm really looking forward to see what these look like. So first one out, we have the purple. Now, no, I'm not going to show you right yet. No, I'm not. I'm going to take them all out first, and then we'll have a look at how fantastic these look. Do they look great, or is it a flop? Let's see. So first one, yes, well, I'm not sure. I like it. It's not what I expected. The mica powders and the thing do not really show. You can see the red mica powder in that one. Maybe I should have done a different coloured resin and not had it. Yeah, that would have been better. Maybe to change the resin colour so that the imprints stood out. The green looks like all the glitters floated to the bottom, and whatever I put on there has not worked. So, okay, that's a fail, but it's all right. I mean, look at it. It's a piece, you know. But I definitely think that had I changed the colour of the resin that I poured on top, they would have been a whole different story. For sure. Absolutely, for sure. Actually, if I'd have done white, maybe, I mean, that would have looked pretty cool. I think black would have been too dark. It's difficult, really. Maybe I should have used orange with the purple with the orange, and, you know. So here we are. We have them here. And I've got my J. Dixon table, everyone. This keeps it nice and level. And actually, it does a really good job. So there we are, we have our 3 coasters, and I hope you like what you see. I hope you do these, this kind of project as well. If you haven't seen the previous video, go back and watch it. That's how I made the actual silicone inlays. Then you can use them in your resin projects, and they're a bit like a mould, but I don't know. Yeah, it's like a mould, isn't it? That you can use in your resin and take it out, and yeah, look at it. They're like very. I actually am quite happy with these. I must admit, I do like them. I do like them. They need a sand on the bottom to get rid of those sharp edges. Maybe I will put some coaster mats underneath, you know, some of the cork, I don't know yet. But yeah, there's a close-up. As you can see with the finger, there you go, look, a little bit of the inlay left in there, but never mind. You wouldn't be able to sell that. I wouldn't. No, wouldn't sell it. There's the orange up close. You can see the black glitter in there. Okay. What do you think? Do you think they're all right? They're okay, but I think maybe definitely, you know, I should have changed the background colour. But yeah, we all learn, don't we, as we go along. So this one here, it's just all green glitter by the looks of it, but never mind. Never mind. It's a journey. It's a journey. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And I will start making more and more of these videos. And don't forget, I also do art too. There's plenty there for all to see. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.